Boker Tov, we are in Perek Yudbet, Pasuk Gimel. Lo yikon adam beresha. A person will not establish himself with wickedness. V'shoresh tzadikim bal yimot. And the roots of tzadikim will never sway. So here, the Gaon Vilna explains that even if a Rasha looks like he's establishing something, looks like he's building something, but it's only temporary. Nothing will be established upon wickedness. And this maybe could connect to sometimes we know of a statement that a person, if you steal, you'll eventually get caught. You do wickedness, it'll eventually catch up to you. The shorter tzaddikim, the roots of tzaddikim will never sway, meaning even if the tzaddik falls, even if the tzaddik, you look, it's well, whatever he established, it went away, it fell for whatever reason, but if he's a real tzaddik, the shorish, the roots are always going to be there. And when the roots are there, then it will always revive. He will never sway. The next pasuk, I'm not sure the connection, Shlomo Melech, I don't know the connection to the next pasuk, but the next pasuk goes as follows. Eshet Chayil Ateret Ba'ala. By the way, the Eshet Chayil is part of Mishle. It's the last parak of Mishle. We'll have to wait till we get there. But here's a little pasuk about the Eshet Chayil. Eshet Chayil Ateret Ba'ala. A woman of valor, she is a crown to her husband. Uchrakav be'atzmotav mevisha. But a shameful wife is like a worm in his bones. A shameful wife is like a worm in bones. Okay, we'll see what this means. Eshet Chayil Ateret Ba'ala. Eshet Chayil is a crown to the husband. So a crown to the husband, he explains, is that the Eshet Chayil protects the husband, and therefore it's like a crown, and the king knows that he's protected. The Eshet Chayil protects the husband, and the worm that is in the bones, that's the shameful wife, is a type of sickness that you can't heal. If it's really that bad, then it goes into your bones, and if there's a worm in your bones, how can you get that out? Surgery, etc. It's hard to get out. It even eats the flesh. That's what he's saying, and it can make the entire thing wilt away. He says there's three types of women. There's an Eshet Chen, a woman of Chen, that's Yefat Mar'eh, that is beauty, and we'll see. And then there's Eshet Chen, and then there's Eshet Yafa, Isha Yafa. So that's Yefat Toar, Yefat Mar'eh. Yefat Toar is the physical, I guess, it's a good word of saying it. The physical body, I guess. That's Isha Yafa. Eshet Chen is the person has grace. You could have the physical shape, but the grace that comes from a person's face, the person's actions. That's Eshet Chen. And then he says the ideal woman is a Isha misacheret, an Isha with sechel, an Isha with wisdom. That is the ideal woman, and that is the sod, the secret to etzem me'atzamai, that the Isha, the original woman Chava, was a bone from Adam Arishon, and the ideal man is a thinking man, is a growing man, and therefore a wife that helps. That's Isha Yirat Hashem Hititalal Sheker Achen Vehevel Yofi. That's these two, Sheker Achen Vehevel Yofi, and that's Isha Yafa and Eshet Chen, Yifat Torah, Yifat Mareh. That's necessarily that's lies, but Yirat Hashem Hititalal, a woman that's Yirat Shamayim, that is the greatest woman. And the word Eshet Chayil Chet Yud Lamed is a gematria 48. And that is the 48 ways that Torah is acquired, as we read in the 6th parak of Pirkei Avot. So a proper woman protects the husband, and she raises the husband and helps him in his Torah and his Yirat Shamayim. But the opposite, a shameful woman, she unfortunately wants to bring him down, brings him down. And okay, how did they get to that point? Why did they get, what happened there? Okay, Shalom Bayit courses. But this type of woman, it could be like a worm that could bring a person down all the way to the end. And that, of course, we have to stay away from. And just to point in over here, I'll just mention it quickly, that, there's out there in the world, there's shidduchim, and then there's also just, going out and finding your wife. So a lot of, back in the day, there was matchmaking, even in the simple country, there was matchmaking. It's a good girl, good family here, good guy, good family. And sometimes, you go to the bar, and people of the world, they go to the bar, to see a girl. So what happens? In the bar, you're under the influence of alcohol. It's 2 a.m. You're not looking at Yirat Shamayim, you're looking at the physical. And what happens is you connect, and then, at most, you now have a connection also with your heart. You never went through the, call it, business deal style of connection. Meaning, when you go into a business deal, you look into it before you even approach, is this even going to work for me? So the unbelievable value of a shidduch is you hear about the person. Someone says, I think this girl is good for you. This girl Chana, she's good for you. Hold on a second. Let me look into her. Let me see if on paper we're even good. So this girl Chana, where did she go to school? Who are her parents? What did she do for a job? Who's her rabbi? All these questions, and you think, you say, well, you know what? On paper it's good. Now let me see if I go meet her. So you got your mind involved already. You went into the approach in a total different way, and that's hopefully the proper way. That's Avraham Avinu. He tells Eliezer, don't go to the ladies of Canaan. Go to my family. It's already with the sechel involved. Don't just find any girl around, right? So this is to try to get the Yirat Shamayim girls, Bezrat Hashem. The last pasuk for today, Machshavot Tzadikim Mishpat. The thoughts of tzaddikim are laws. And the explanation is that the Chachamim are always thinking, is this allowed, is it not allowed, is the right thing I'm doing, is it not? Tachbulot Reshaim Mirma. But the ways of the Reshaim is deceit. And here again he explains that the machshavot of the tzaddikim, even the thoughts of tzaddikim, there's a reward for good thoughts. But Reshaim, Hashem gives them a break. Even if they had bad thoughts, they're not going to get punished for the bad thoughts, but it has to come to fruition. And if it does come to fruition, where the ways of the tzaddikim, of the Reshaim, are deceit, then there's punishment for those deceitful ways. B'ezrat Hashem, that we be like the tzaddikim. You see Shlomo Hamalch already for many chapters is teaching us how to be a tzaddik, and B'ezrat Hashem, we will be inspired by Shlomo Hamalch to become tzaddikim. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Chananya ben Hakasham Eretz HaKadosh Baruch Hu Dezakot et Yisrael lefichach yiva aleim Torah u'mitzvot shneimar Adonai Chafetz leman tzidko yagdil Torah ve'yadir.